Good morning to all. So today we learn about consolidation test. Today we learn about consolidation test. So what is consolidation? So in consolidation test we have to determine the settlement due to primary consolidation of soil by conducting one-dimensional test. Conducting one-dimensional test. So this is our objective. Our objective of consolidation test is to determine the settlement due to primary consolidation of soil by conducting one dimensional test, and this test is also known as odiometer test. Odiometer test. So first we have to know about consolidation. So what is consolidation? So consolidation is defined as the reduce in volume. So change in volume of soil due to pore water expulsion. Due to pore water expulsion, okay. Due to pore water expulsion, and it is a time dependent process. This is a very slow process and also time dependent process. So compaction is a different thing and consolidation is a different. So in compaction, volume change in volume due to expulsion of air, air volume, void present due to air, and in consolidation change in volume or reduce in volume of the soil due to pore water expulsion by continuous supplied load at a large time interval or at a very slow process in a large time interval. So consolidation process is a very slow process, also time dependent, but compaction is a quick process, and compaction is done mechanically, consolidation is done either naturally, okay, either on its self weight of soil. So needed scope of this test is the test is conducted to determine the settlement due to primary consolidation and to determine the following. First is the rate of consolidation under normal load. Second is the degree of consolidation at any point, at any time. Third is the pressure void ratio relationship. And fourth is the coefficient of consolidation at various pressure. And fifth is the compression index, that is CC. So this test is conducted to determine the settlement due to primary consolidation and to determine this following objective. So from the above information, it will be possible for us to predict the time rate and extend the settlement of a structure founded on fine-grained soil, and it is also helpful in analyzing the stress history of soil. So since the settlement analysis of foundation depends mainly on the values determined by the test, this test is very important for foundation design. Okay, this test is consolidation test is very useful for foundation design. So planning and organization of this test is consolidometer consisting essential a ring diameter tools is used as ring a ring of diameter 60 mm and height is 20 mm. Two porous plate or a stools of silicon carbide, aluminum oxide or porous metal also. Two porous plate either of a stone of silicon carbide or aluminum oxide or any porous metallic. Next tool is guide ring. Guide ring. Next is the outer ring. Next is the water jacket with base. Water jacket with base. Next is pressure pad and also rubber basket. Also rubber basket. These are the consolidometer apparatus part. Second tool is the loading device consisting of frame, lever system, loading yoke, dial gauge, fixing device, and also weight. Third is the dial gauge to read to an accuracy of 0.02 mm. Dial gauge of 0.02 mm. Okay. Thermostatically controlled oven. So oven is also required for dry the sample. Next is the stopwatch for note down the time limit, set the time limit for a stopwatch. Okay. Next tool is the sample extractor and also some miscellaneous tool, that is balance, soil trimming tool, spatula, filter paper, and container. These are the tools used in the consolidation test. So principle of consolidation test or odometer test is when a compressive load is applied to soil mass, a decrease in its volume take place and the decrease in volume of soil mass under a stress is known as compression. Okay, and the property of soil mass pertaining to its tendency to decrease in volume under pressure is known as compressibility. So in a saturated soil mass having its void filled with compressible incompressible water, then decreasing volume or compression take place when water is expelled out of the void, and such a compression resulting from a long time static load and the consequent escape of pore water is termed as consolidation. So then load is applied on a saturated soil mass. The entire load is carried by pore water in the beginning, and as the water start escaping from the void, the hydrostatic pressure in water get gradually dissipated and the load is shifted to the soil solid, which increase effective on them, and as a result of soil must decrease in volume. So the rate of escape of water depend on permeability of soil also. So from the sample tube, eject the sample into consolidation ring. The sample should project about 1 centimeter from the outer ring and trim the sample smooth and flush with top and bottom of the ring by using a knife. Clean the ring from the outside and keep it ready from wetting. So remolded sample hobby prepared. So choose the density and water content at which sample has to be compacted from the moisture density relationship, and calculate the quantity of soil, that is weight of soil, and also water required to mix and compact it. So weight of water also should be known. Okay, so compact the specimen in compaction mold in 3 layer using a standard rammer, and also eject the specimen from the mold using the same extractor. So this is the process of sample preparation. Now the procedure of the test is, so first step of the procedure is the saturate 2 porous stone either by boiling in distilled water about 15 minutes or by keeping them submerged in distilled water for 4 to 8 hours, and wipe away excess water. Fitting of the consolidometer which is to be enclosed shall be moistened. Then assemble the consolidometer with the soil specimen and pour stone at top and bottom of the specimen, providing a filter paper also between the soil specimen and porous stone. So position the pressure pad centrally on the top porous stone. Mount the mold assembly on the loading frame and center it such that the load applied in axial direction, that is normal to the top of the sample. So position the dial gauge to measure the vertical compression of the specimen, and the dial gauge holder should be set so that the dial gauge is in the beginning of its release run and allows sufficient margin for the swelling of the soil. Again, connect the mold assembly to the water reservoir and sample is allowed to saturated. The level of the water in the reservoir should be at about the same level as the soil specimen. Then apply the initial load to the assembly. The magnitude of this load should be chosen by trial method and such that there is no swelling should be occur. So it should not be less than 50 gram per centimeter cube for ordinary soil. For ordinary soil, and for very soft soil, it should not be less than 25 gram per centimeter cube. So the load should be allowed to stand until there is no change in dial gauge reading for 2 consecutive hours or for maximum 24 hours. So load is applied either for 2 hours, continuous 2 hours, or either for 24 hours. So note that the final reading under the initial load, apply the first load of intensity 0.1 kg per centimeter square and start the stop bar simultaneously. Record the dial gauge reading at various time intervals. Also, the dial gauge reading are taken until 90% consolidation is reached. So primary consolidation gradually reached within 24 hours. And at the end of the period, at the end of the 24 hours, a specified above take the dial reading at and time reading also. Double the load intensity and take the dial reading at various time intervals. Then repeat this procedure for successive load increment, and the usual reading that is applied is 0.1 kg per centimeter square, 0.2 kg per centimeter square, 0.5 kg per centimeter square, 1 kg per centimeter square, 2 kg per centimeter square, 4 kg per centimeter square, and also 8 kg per centimeter square. So after the last loading is completed, reduce the load to the value of last load and allow it to stand for 24 hours. Reduce the load further in a step of previous intensity till an intensity of 0.1 kg per centimeter square is reached. So take the final reading of dial gauge, then reduce the load to its initial load and keep it for 24 hours and note the final reading of the dial gauge. Then quick dismantle the specimen assembly and remove the excess water on the soil specimen in oven, and note the dry weight after the drying condition. So the observation and reading of this test is data and observation sheet for consolidation test pressure and compression and time also. So first of all, we have to note down the name of experiment, depth of the sample, empty weight of ring, diameter of ring, volume ring, area of ring, height of ring, and also dial gauge least count. So observation sheet for time pressure consolidation test is first is the pressure intensity, in kg per centimeter square and elapsed time. So load applied is 0.1, 0.2, 0.5, 1, 2, 4 and 8 kg per centimeter square, and time elapsed is 0.25, 1, 0.5, 4, 6.25, 9, 16, 25. So these are the time elapsed. This is the observation sheet for time pressure of consolidation test up to 24 hours at different applied load. So next observation sheet for consolidation test, pressure void ratio. So next observation sheet is the pressure void ratio consolidation test for so first we have to note down the applied pressure, then final reading, dial change, specimen height, height of solid, height of void, and void ratio. So on the basis of these two observation sheets, we can calculate the height of solid, also calculate void ratio, also can calculate coefficient of consolidation, compression index, coefficient of compressibility, coefficient of permeability. So we can calculate this index with the help of two observation table. So now see the procedure of the test is see the consolidation test apparatus. This is the proving ring. This is the dial gauge, a straight measurement dial gauge. Least count is 0.01 mm. This is the two bearing plate. This is the hand clutch. This is the motor and switch to start the machine. This is the switch, locking pin. This is the switch. This is the gear for different type of loading. Some miscellaneous tool is the sampler, container, bowl, stopwatch, soil sample, and water content determination apparatus. So for the calculation of weight of sample, we can calculate dry density into volume of sample. So dry density is gamma D into V. So gamma D into A into H. The area of sampler is known. So with the help of this known area, we can find the volume and gamma D. So weight of water also calculate by formula, that is WS into W into 100 gram. So W is the percentage water content, WS is the solid of. So now preparation the mold. This is the two principal mold. So first apply oil on the mold surface. Now assemble the mold by tightening the bolt properly. So mold is assembled. Now mix the soil with water thoroughly. Prepare the soil sample by mixing the certain amount of water into the soil. Now this soil sample fill into mold. So fill the soil sample into the mold properly. Also fix the base plate. This is the loading pad in both of direction, upward and downward. Now place the ball below the plunger to the load frame. Now start the machine and apply the compressive load on the soil sample. After the compacted the soil, see the soil sample, open the mold, Take out the specimen from the mold carefully. Should not be broken. So remove the soil sample from the mold. See the mold. Now measure the height and diameter of the soil specimen. Make a grooves of the top and bottom of the specimen with the help of cutter. Now we can start the consolidation test. So fixing the proving ring of consolidation test machine, audiometer test machine. So now proving ring is fixed. Then place the loading plate. Place the loading plate with proving ring grooves. Fix it properly. Now place the soil specimen between the loading plate. Also place a seal ball above the plate for transferring the plate load. Place the specimen between the load plate. Make final adjustment of the equipment. So load is applied on the soil specimen. Now start the machine and also fix the dial gauge in vertical direction for the measurement of deformation in vertical direction, and also start the stopwatch. So this dial gauge show the reading for vertical deformation, and this proving ring is set to 0. Also second dial gauge also fixed at 0. Adjust the gear position of load 1.25 mm per minute. Wind deflection is developed 1.25 mm per minute. Now start the stopwatch. So take the observation on dial gauge, also on proving ring. Note down the reading carefully. This continue loading is write down the observed value into the in this observation sheet. First column is about elapsed time. Second column is the compression dial reading. Third column is the strain developed in percentage. And fourth column is area. Fifth column is proving ring reading, and in proving ring reading, one division equal to so 1 kg. One division equivalent to 1 kg. Next column is about axial load that is applied. Next and last column is the to determine compressive stress, that is P by AC. For the initial time, that is at zero time limit, compression dial is 0, strain is 0, area is also 1.35 centimeter square. Proving ring reading initial is also 0. Axial load is also at initial 0. So compressive stress at initial is also 0. So at the time we have 0.5 minute, compression dial gauge reading is 100, a strain is 1.32, area is calculated as 11.50, proving ring reading is 1, axial load reading is 1 also, compression index compressive stress reading is 0.09 kg per centimeter square. So as shown, we can fill the observation sheet, and on the basis of observation sheet, we can find the compression index, degree of consolidation. So interpretation of unconfined compression test, that is compressive strength QU is 1.07 kg per centimeter square, and a strength of soil is compressive strength of soil is by 2, that is 1.07 by 2, that is 0.535 kg per centimeter square. So on the basis of experiment, we can find the values of compression index, and that is, first of all, calculation is done as height of solid Hs, and it is calculated from equation is also we can find void ratio at the end of various pressure are calculated from equation. So void ratio also calculated as E equal to difference in height of solid divided by Hs del H by H. So this value is based on the volume change. Next, we can calculate coefficient of consolidation, that is CV. So CV can be calculated at each pressure increment using Y equation. CV equal to 0.197 d square by T50 for long fitting method, and also CV equal to 0.848 d square by T90 for square fitting method. So in the long fitting method, a plot is made between dial reading and logarithmic of time, and the time of corresponding is 50% of consolidation determined. So CV is for long fitting 0.197 d square by T50, and for square fitting 0.848 d square by T50. So in long fitting method, a plot is made between dial reading and logarithmic of time, and the time corresponding to 50% consolidation is determined. And in a square root fitting method, a plot is made between dial reading and a square root of time, and the time corresponding to 90% of consolidation determined. So the value of CV are recorded in above table. Next is the compression index, CC. So to determine the compression index, a plot of void ratio E versus CV versus log T is made. So the initial compression curve would be a straight line, and the slope of this line would give the compression index CC. So this graph should be like that. Next is the coefficient of compressibility. Coefficient of compressibility. So it is calculated as AB equal to 0.435 by average pressure for the increment. Next is the coefficient of permeability, that is K. So K, it is calculated as Ka equal to CVAV into gamma W divided by 1 plus E. CVAV gamma W, unit weight of water, divided by E. So graph can be plotted by the help of above observation is dial reading versus log of time, or dial reading versus square root of time, and also void ratio versus log sigma, that is average pressure of increment. So first graph can be plotted log T versus dial reading. Second graph can be plotted log sigma versus E. So some remark of this test is, while preparing the specimen, attempt has to be made to have the soil strata oriented in the same direction in the consolidation apparatus, and during trimming care should be taken in handling the soil specimen with least pressure, and also smaller increment of sequential loading have to be adopted for soft soil. So for this test also unconfined compression test is done. So for unconfined condition, Test is determined. The objective of test is to determine shear parameter of cohesive soil. So needed a scope of unconfined condition of compression test, that is, it is not always possible to conduct the bearing capacity test in the field. So in that condition, sometimes it is cheaper to take the undisturbed soil sample and test its strength in the laboratory. So also to choose the waste material for the embankment, one has to conduct a strength test on the sample selected, and under this condition, it is easy to perform the unconfined compression test on undisturbed and remolded soil sample. So investigate experimentally the strength of given soil sample. So equipment used for unconfined compression test, that is loading frame of capacity 2 ton with constant rate of movement. Also note that least count of dial gauge attached to the proving ring. So proving ring of 0.01 kg sensitivity for soft soil and 0.05 kg for stiff soil. Next equipment is the soil trimmer. Next is the frictionless end plate of 75 mm diameter. As per plate with silicone grease coating. Also evaporating dish, aluminum container, soil sample of 75 mm length, dial gauge of 0.01 mm accuracy, balance of capacity of 200 gram and sensitivity to weight 0.01 gram, oven thermostically controlled with interior and non-corroding material and to maintain the temperature at the desired level. Also sample extractor and split sampler, dial gauge of sensitivity 0.01 mm, and next is the vernier caliper. So procedure of the specimen is, first procedure is to prepare specimen of the consolidation test in unconfined condition. So in this test, a cylinder of soil without lateral support is tested to failure in simple compression at a constant rate of strain. So the compressive load per unit area required to fill the specimen is called the unconfined compressive strength of the soil. So preparation of a specimen for testing is, first of all, to sample prepare in undisturbed sample or also disturbed sample. So for undisturbed sample, note down the sample number, borehole number, depth at which the sample was taken, remove the protective cover paraffin wax from the sampling tube, place the sampling tube extractor and push the plunger till a small length of sample moves out. Trim the projected sample using a wire saw. Again, push the plunger of the extractor till a 75 mm long sample comes out. So cut out the sample carefully and hold it on the split sample so that it does not fall. Also take about 10 to 15 gram of soil from the tube for water content determination. Note the container number and take the net weight of the sample. Also, apply the compressive load till the specimen is compacted to a height of 7.5 centimeter. Eject the specimen from the constant volume mold and record the correct height, weight, and diameter of the specimen. So, test procedure for the undisturbed sample is: take two frictionless bearing plate of 75 dia, place the specimen on the base plate and load frame sandwiches between end plate. Place a hardened steel ball on the bearing plate. Also adjust the center line of the specimen such that the proving ring and the steel ball are in the same line. Fix a dial gauge to measure the vertical compression of the specimen and adjust the gear position on the load frame to give suitable vertical displacement. Also start applying the load and record the reading of the proving ring. Dial the compression for every 5 compression. Also continue loading till failure is complete. So draw the sketch for the failure pattern in the specimen. So observation table is similar as to previous test, that is elapsed time, compression dial reading, a strain, that is L by L naught delta L, then area equal to A naught divided by 1 minus epsilon, proving ring reading, then compressive stress, that is sigma C. So this observation sheet interpret the test result. So on the basis of test result, we can calculate unconfined compression strength of the soil, that is Qu equal to, then also shear strength of soil if we can calculate Q by 2. So sensitivity also can calculate by Q for undisturbed sample divided by Q for remodeled sample. So minimum 3 samples should be tested by same procedure, and correlation can be made between unconfined strength and field SPT value in. Up to 6% strain reading may be taken at every minute, that is every 30 seconds. So this is the procedure for undisturbed sample. So if disturbed sample is prepared, so how we prepare disturbed sample, that is remolded. So for disturbed sample, for desired water content and the dry density, calculate the weight of dry soil WS required for preparing a specimen of 3.8 centimeter dia and 7.5 centimeter long. So add the required amount of water W to the soil. So mix the soil thoroughly with water. Then place the wet soil in a tight, thick polythene bag in a humidity chamber and place the soil in a constant volume mold. So having an internal height of 7.5 centimeter and internal diameter of 3.8 centimeter, after 24 hours, the soil from the humidity chamber and place the soil in a constant volume mold having an internal height of 7.5 centimeter and internal diameter of 3.8 centimeter. So place the lubricated molded with plunger in a piston in the load frame and also apply the compressive load till the specimen is compacted to a height of 7.5 centimeter. Then eject the specimen from the constant volume mold and record the correct height, weight and diameter of the sample. So this is for undisturbed and disturbed sample preparation, and then follow the procedure of unconfined compressible stress, unconfined compressible strain. Make three samples should be tested and observations should be taken as per procedure and calculate the different value of the test.